Power Start technique. So I'm sure some of you may be conversant with it, some of you may not be, but either ways, I hope that you gain something from this conversation that we'll be having. So that being said, what should we expect from this session? The first thing is you want to learn about Power Start and how to facilitate effective meetings. What's going to be the outcome? You're going to walk away with a technique to prepare for your meetings, maybe via the invite, the agenda, and the actual implementation of that meeting, facilitation, and what to do afterwards. Okay. So I will start to share my screen and let me know when you can see this presentation. Let me go to presenter mode. Can we all see my screen good?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so Power Starts. So I want to throw these questions out there, and I'm hoping that this will be collaborative and I would get people's participation. So have you ever been invited to a meeting? And in that meeting, you're like, why am I here? Yes, there was an agenda, right? But you still get there and you're confused. Should I be here? What exactly are we here for? The agenda says something else, but we're doing something else here. And it looks like it's just one person talking and, going on and on and on. How did that make you feel? Have you ever been in that kind of meeting? Two questions in one. And how did that make you feel? Can anyone volunteer? Ishta?
Yes, I can. Okay.
Oh, do you want to go, Bukola?
I think I
Do
saw
you want
Ishta.
okay, okay. Yeah, like time wasting, fatigue, struggling to keep eyes open, trying to look interested, thinking of all the million of other things I could have done that would have been useful time in my day, thinking about my own to-do list. Like it can go on and on. The hardest one is
Awesome.
the fatigue, fighting the fatigue.
That's
When you can't
awesome.
stay awake in a meeting.
Thank you. It's awesome that you share your experiences. I love that. Thank you, Ishta. Ify.
Yeah, I think that's the story of my life right now. In 1,000,001 meetings, conflicting meetings all over the place. And I believe I'm just being added to all these meetings because anything that has to do with any of my teams, no matter how little, they make me, they put me as required to be there. But I'm on the meetings and I'm like, what am I doing here? I don't even know why I'm here. I don't even understand what they're talking about. I'm struggling not to fall asleep. So
I
yeah,
know.
I actually talked about that today with a colleague saying, hey, I need to figure out how we're going to make this work because it's just not working. I'm in meetings all day. I don't know when I will actually get the time to do the actual job that I'm here to do. So yeah, that's not a good feeling or experience.
I know. Oh, give me a second. All right. Thank you, Ify. Anybody else? I'll just take one more so we can move on. So I think I
Okay.
saw.
I can say something about this because it's
Okay.
a few times I've had to ask if I'm supposed to be at the meeting because the RTE would answer all Scrum Masters are here, and then in our chat in Slack, the other Scrum Masters would be like question mark all Scrum Masters are here. What's the meaning of that? We're not contributing anything to this meeting, and we just wonder, why make us come here?
That's right.
So I'm still no one has been able to answer those questions. So some of the times I just drop off quietly.
Nice. I do that too. Thank you very much, Bukola, Bukola. So yeah, I appreciate every one of you that took the time to respond. I'm very notorious in my organization for saying if your meeting invite does not explain what the outcome is going to be, what is in it for me, what my role is, I'm not attending. Not because I'm proud or trying to be stubborn, but there are other things I could be doing. And I don't want to go into that meeting and feel like I've just wasted my time and the organization's money. There's the assumption that Scrum Masters don't do anything. There's that assumption. So yeah, I've had situations where I reach out to the person who organized this and said, I asked them, do you think I should be on this next meeting? I see it's recurring, it's happening every 2 weeks. Oh yeah, you have to be there as an observer. I said, but I'm not even a part of this org to start with. Oh, okay. And they find out and they take me off the meeting invites. Imagine if I didn't speak up, I'll just be there occupying space. So thank you guys for sharing that. Now, let's think about a great meeting. Have you ever attended a great meeting? Maybe in your organization, outside of your organization. What did the facilitator of the meeting do to get you all connected? What made that meeting a great one? Aki.
For me, I think the best meeting started with icebreakers to make us all feel that sense of belonging.
Okay. Love it. Olubukola.
The agenda resonates. There's something to discuss. There's a problem or there's a subject that we can all contribute to. And then there is meaning. There is actionable items,
Okay.
what to do, and then a sense of accomplishment after doing what we came here to do. So
Awesome.
that's something of interest to me.
Okay. Thank you very much. So what I hear from everyone is productive meetings, and then meetings that prepare you for what you should expect. Abdul?
Yeah, I just wanted to add that, just invite those people who have to be there.
Got it. That's actually absolutely true. So meetings. I was doing research in my organization, snooping around, and I found out that my Scrum team, we're 6 of us. For every time we come together to meet for an hour, it costs the organization over $2,000. Please don't ask me how I found out how much my developers and QA guys earn and the PO, but that's how much it costs. So for every time I pull people into the room and they step out feeling confused, I've just wasted over $2,000. Isha, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say one thing I've noticed in, a really good meeting when the person starts off is sometimes they actually ask you what you want to get out of the session, and
Awesome.
then they are able to deliver that or have an idea in their head of really what your expectations are coming to the meeting as opposed to just what their agenda is. So that's always really useful to say, what do you want to get out of this today? What are we here to achieve?
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
Amazing. So that really truly applies to meetings where it's like a learning session, because sometimes meetings are informational, some are decision-making meetings, some will be brainstorming meetings, some will just be maybe town halls. There are different kinds of meetings, some are one-on-one. So a lot of these meetings where people want to learn something new, it's a good start to say, what do you intend to get out of this session, for example? Maybe I should have asked that. But yeah, I just learned something new. So thank you very much. Okay, so we've been able to articulate the difference between wacky meetings and great meetings. So thank you all. I also see the comments in the chat. You all are awesome. So I will move to the next slide. For some reason, this is not. Okay, awesome. So the POWERSTART framework, I had attended agile coaching cohorts, and they were talking about facilitation. So when I was listening to my coach, in my mind, I'm like, oh, I facilitate the daily Scrum call every day. We facilitate sprint planning every 2 weeks. I'm okay. I don't have to worry about it. But when we got into the conversation, this is just one portion of the facilitation techniques that we were taught. When we got down into the details, I realized I could do this better, right? And the POWERSTART framework is one of such tools that we can use. The very common one. It's been around for a long time. It's very easy to commonize calls that you do every day and assume, I don't need to prepare. But if you sit down and do a retrospective, you realize that you can put more effort into planning for some of these meetings. So what is the POWERSTART framework? It's a tool. And it's a tool that helps you to make sure that you're checking the boxes. Boxes like you're checking the boxes to ensure that before you bring people together in the room, you are explaining to them why they should leave other meetings, all the conflicts on their calendar, to come for Ishta's meeting, to come for Olubukola's meeting? Why should I attend her call? I'm a stakeholder, is very busy. What's in it for me? So let's go through the acronym, the POWER acronym. P is for purpose, of course. Why is it necessary for me to be at this meeting? What's the overall purpose of this meeting? When we go down the slide, I will use this session to kind of go through an example, okay? I think I missed something else. So I should practice what I'm preaching, right? In this session, we're going to have some form of engagement, okay? So I want to give you guys a heads up. We will go into breakout sessions to practice what we learn here and kind of conclude, and hopefully everything goes well, the logistics, and everyone is able to get some kind of hands-on experience of what it's like to come up with a PowerStart framework for your meeting invites and your meetings in general. So back to the acronym. So P is for purpose, outcome. Now, this is the one that, people articulate the purpose of a meeting very well. Good. But the outcome, I'm always particular about it. At the end of this meeting, what value am I walking away with? Am I going to learn something new? Are we going to make a decision, right? Are we brainstorming on ideas? For example, if I walk into the retrospective meeting, are you expecting me to speak up? I'm just going to go into a meeting where one person is just rambling on and you don't hear other people's voices. What is the outcome of that meeting? For example, the retrospective. The W, what's in it for me? I call it the WIIFT. What's in it for them? Why should your stakeholders or whoever, the participants, the people that you bring into the meeting, why should they be there? What are they going to gain? Okay. Don't confuse the outcome with what's in it for them. Okay. E for engagement. What exactly is going to happen? Am I going to do some problem solving? Am I here to watch? How are you as a facilitator going to engage people in that meeting? Should they expect to come for your meeting and maybe there's going to be a question and answer? The SMEs you're inviting to your meetings, are they coming to answer questions live? Do they need to do some kind of preparation before coming? Are there documents that we need to look at? All of those questions, you're answering them in the invite as you're sending it. In fact, one of the old organizations where I worked, the Scrum Master would use something exactly like this. Then I didn't used to pay attention. In my mind, I was like, this lady's doing too much. But you see, she became one of those Scrum Masters that people hardly ever decline her meetings, except they have to, because they know what to expect. And when you get there into her meetings, it goes exactly as planned, just as the agenda says. So it's a reputation to build. And then the last one is R. What's the role of Uche in this meeting? I'm a facilitator. What's your role in this session? You are a participant, right? It sounds very trivial, but a lot of times people walk into rooms and they don't know why they're there. Are you an active participant? Are you a facilitator? Are you an observer, fly on the wall? Let people be prepared when they're going into this meeting. So anyone has any questions, concerns, anything to add, or can I move on? Okay, sounds good. Okay, so let's do so this is an example of this PowerStart framework. Let me move us over here. So this is an example of the PowerStart, using it for exactly this session that we're in right now. So what's the purpose? We're here to talk about meetings, but the emphasis will be on how to facilitate better meetings. And of course, the focus is on the PowerStart technique. What will this outcome be? When you are done with this session, you should be able to use a simple tool or technique to prepare you for your future meetings. What's in it for you as a participant? You conduct better meetings. You have more engaging, fun meetings where necessary, because not all meetings have to be fun. When people come to your meeting, they walk away with some form of value. It might be informational, it might be a decision made, whatever it is, you're walking away with something. So that's where the what's in it for them comes in. Engagement. What do I need from everyone here? How do I want to keep you engaged? I want your full participation. You be present. You're going to stay engaged when we're doing the activities. You try your best to be involved. like I said, we'll have an exercise in a small group before the session ends. So what's my role in this, or what's our role in this session? I will facilitate the session and you will be active participants. So I feel like this kind of covers everything someone should expect if you're coming to this session. Any questions? Okay, I'll move on. Let me see. Okay. So we have come to that. It's going to be a short one, by the way, because PowerStart is simple and straight to the point. So we are at that point where we want to practice, what has been learned. That's why I asked if we had any questions, right? So my just like the slide says, I just want us to think, whether you're a Scrum Master, you already have a job, your miracle job is on its way, you're an RTE, your Agile coach, whatever role you have right now, I want you to think about a meeting that you're going to facilitate, maybe not next 2 weeks, maybe tomorrow. And we want to create a PowerStart a framework for that particular meeting. So we're going to go into breakout sessions and we will choose any meeting. It could be the daily Scrum. It might even be informal meetings. It might be a formal meeting. Just choose something and then choose a representative who would present what you as a group has come up with. So Fumi, are we able to do this now?
Yeah, we're ready. I'm opening the rooms now.
Awesome. So does everyone understand what is expected of us?
Not really, but I guess we'll figure out as we go on.
Did you say not really?
Yeah, I mean, you said we're gonna break out into sessions and then we're going to.
Yes, you're going to choose a meeting. You see how I did mine with the example? So you're going to choose a random meeting and then create a power framework, P for purpose, the outcome you're expecting from the meeting, the what's in it for the people you're inviting, and what level of engagement. Are they just coming to listen and learn? Sure. And then what's the role of each person who's coming in? Are you facilitating? Is someone else facilitating?
Okay. And then are we coming back to do the presentation as a group?
Yes. So when you guys are done, preparing and choosing the meeting and creating the framework, I want to see what everyone has created and, we could talk through it.
All right.
All right. Choose the person who will be presenting in your group.
How much time do we have in each group?
I think it's a very simple, I think maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes. What do you think for me?
I don't think people will self-organize and do it in 5 minutes. I doubt.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you know what? We'll try 5 minutes, and then if you need more time, we extend. Is that a good approach?
You can join the room too as well. So you can
I will. I just wanted to clarify with the person who was asking. All right.
I mean, you might need to put me in the room again.
I'm stopping to join. See you guys soon.
All right. So whose voice was that? All right, Elise, you're in room 1. Are you able to join?
I need a group to join as well. Femi, thank you very much.
Hold on, Femi, let me see. I think you're in 1. I'm trying to find out. Let me see if hold on.
I actually left.
What room were you? Can you remember?
I'm in Razak's room. I think Razak or something. I'm in his room.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me see where he is.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, oh.
Thank you very much.
How's your first week been? Oh no, you're not back. No,
I mean, enjoying the layer. If I tell you what I'm grooving, I'm still doing this thing. That's
Hey,
sacrifice.
wow, this money is plenty. All right, let me. How can I send you? Femi, can you log off and log back in? I can't even find you to assign you.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
Okay.
Thank you very much, man. All right, cheers.
Recording in progress.
So yeah, that's also what we need for